What's up, everybody? It's your boy T-Dubs back again. Never stopping, never quitting. I want to let y'all know that this is the T-Dubs Show. And be sure to check out my show, as well as others, on the Exquisite Podcast Radio Network. Alright, now let's get into the show here. Today's topic is going to be stop hurting yourself. Now, why am I mentioning this? Why am I even bringing this up? It's because we have bad judgment when it comes to picking out spouses, picking out relationships, picking out everything. And we wonder why our relationship didn't work out. We wonder why a lot of things haven't worked out in our past as far as our love life and all of that. It's because we make horrible judgment. Now, sometimes it's not our fault because somebody might portray an image that they aren't. But we also have, that's the importance of having discernment. That's the importance of having, seeking God for who we want to be with and the type of person we want to be with, because we tend to drop the ball in that area too. We might see everything that they're doing right, but we don't have the discernment to know that something is not right about that individual. So that's why I say we have to stop hurting ourselves. A lot of people we choose is because we want them, and we overlook a lot of red flags that they may have, that they may be dealing with, that are blatantly obvious to other people, but we might not see it because we so caught up in what they doing for us and how they are. So that's very important. We have to examine these people. We have to seek God. Hey, we have to be open, spiritually open to God. And while we're trying to connect with these people, while we're trying to pursue these people, if they're sitting here, if they're always in need and all this kind of stuff, that could be a red flag. If they're always complaining about certain things, that could be a red flag. If they show lack of commitment to you, that could be a red flag. It's a lot of different signs that you see. If they show signs of anger, that also is a red flag. If they show different signs of, there's many red flag signs, but we fail to see it because we're so caught up in trying to be with this person. We're so caught up in trying to get to know this person, and our feelings are all involved, and we have these deep emotions for them. So we get distracted. Basically, we get off course. We get distracted. We get, I want this person on, and nothing gonna keep me from having this person. It's all kind of, and now we're in a big mess. We in a big ball of confusion because we get sidetracked. We fail to see the big picture. So we have to stop hurting ourselves. We have to take it back. We have to sit back and look and realize now. And I can tell you how both sides do it. You got the women that do it. I'm going to go to the men too, so the women don't feel like you just being attacked blatantly. The women, they mess up where they like to choose different guys. They like to give everybody a chance. Everybody deserves a chance, and I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and all this stuff. And when in reality, everybody don't deserve a chance, ladies. Everybody don't deserve your heart. Everybody don't deserve that shot at your heart. If they're not what you need them to be in your life, they don't deserve a chance. If they can't spell, ladies, and they're a grown man, they don't deserve that chance. If they don't know, what I'm saying, if they don't know the first thing about children and you have children, they might not deserve a chance. And now if they're teachable, it's different. But if they selfish and single-minded and all this, they don't deserve a chance. Not everybody deserves a chance. Not everybody is on your level. You can't just accept anybody that come. You have to wait until. That's why I told some people that you have to look at what God expects from a man. Once you see that they're clearly not go along, they don't go along the will of God for a man, for what a man should be. I ain't saying perfect, but they don't go along the will of God for what a man should be. They're clearly not your husband. That's one good red flag. They don't know how to be a man. They don't want to get up and go to work. They don't want to get up and do certain things to provide. They're not a provider. They're not this and that. They're not a man for you. They're definitely not the man for you if they don't go along the will of God for what you need in a husband. If they're not husband material for you, they're not your man. You can't change nobody. You can't sit here, maybe I can change him. Maybe I can. No, you cannot change nobody because it's not possible. Once a person has their train of thought, that's it. If he has anger issues, he's always going to have anger issues until he deals with those anger issues. It's not going to change. I mean, it's just It's just the way it is. But we're going to take a short break, and I'm going to cover some more about this, and I'm going to cover what the men should do also to protect themselves, to judge, make better judgment on who they pursue, and everything. We're gonna get there. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, cause I will be back.
I feel like we very afraid, man, we fear what they say. How they gon' hate us if we fail to keep them areas gray. They're telling us to put our weapons down and bury them blades. Even our peers telling us not to get too carried away. Now I'm afraid to speak out against gays, marrying gays. And I'm so slow to be vocal, cause they gon' say that I'm loco. And they gon' say I'm judgmental, then they gon' throw a low blow. Like I'm behind the times, I should be in the home with the old folks. I promise you, homie, I ain't no slowpoke. I know what's going on and I ain't moving in slow-mo. I like Bono, how society's fine. And I ain't got a problem with Christians trying to be wise, or making good music and spitting quality rhymes. I guess I got a problem with Christians trying to hide. You used to be a prophet, but now you trying to be signed. Dad, you don't script out all the lines that divide. And I can't be too surprised, it's just a sign of the times. And if you just give me a moment, I'm trying to balance these lines. Cause I think we can use both. Hold on, brake pads. This ain't about me taking jabs at the latest fads. Now this about all my youngins and the questions they ask. Like I'm a Christian rapper now, can I wear my name tag? Bottom line, you got freedom, I ain't trying to make a law. It's whatever, just don't try to make us all take it off. Cause if the label kills my career, then I take the loss. And I ain't trying to fight you, man, this is just table talk. Yeah, man. Let go. This is the best and the worst time for the church. More units, more prime time, putting in work. More music, more dimes dropping down in our purse. More opportunities now, the gift and the curse. We in reverse, they wanna lull us to sleep. And they hate the church, they wanna put us at ease. Cause if we could just relax, then they can relax laws. And then they can blackball us whenever we try to speak. And I'm like, how come they can say whatever they think? Whenever we try to stand, I feel like we trying to sneak. It's funny cause y'all be calling that wise. I call it the spirit of compromise. I call it fear to admit that you on the side. And I say, let all this enemies scatter and gotta rise. The God of war, the Lord of hosts. He ain't behind, he got his thumb on the pulse. I sit down at the round table to talk and they like, we got an army, I'm like, we got a Hulk. The God who sees, he gon' vindicate us. Can't let the world, the entertainers intimidate us. Cause they inundate us with poison, then the generations we drink it up without thinking what happens minutes later. Man, it's death's why we speak life. And we trust that our God is with us when we fight. The battle ain't ours, to be precise. I'm really hoping for boldness in the name of Jesus Christ. Yeah, man, I promise you I'm almost done. Just stay with me. The key is remaining sober in the days of Noah. They winning now, but there comes a time when the rain is over. When they bubble gum pop like a case of soda. And we get to run home with the bases loaded. Stand fast in these last days. Hold on to the word of God when the masses hate. And keep fighting with combinations like a crack safe. And let God be true, that's the mandate. That's it, I'm done. Yeah, man, let go.
Alright, now welcome back to the T-Dub Show. And where we left off, we were talking about using better judgment in our lives as far as who we choose and who we allow into our hearts as far as the ladies concerned. And I was still talking about how a woman should be careful who she lets into her heart, because your heart is very valuable. Your heart is important to you. Your heart is something that's precious. It's something that takes a long time to heal once it's hurt, once it's damaged. So you have to be very particular, be very careful, and use your discernment that God gave you to see what kind of man is for you. And then you have to get to know yourself, get to know who you are. And we covered that stuff before, but you have to also know who you are and know the kind of man that's supposed to go with who you are. Know who's going to compliment you. If they're not, you know what I'm saying, if you have to put out in a whole bunch of work. Now we cover all this too in a previous radio show I had, saying you can't raise a man. So if they don't fit within what God has, they're not, you know what I'm saying, they're not the one. If they don't fit within what the guidelines that God has set for a man, for a husband, they're not the one for you. That's the first part. And then also they have to be compatible with you too. They still have to be compatible with you, alongside of being within the will of God of what a man should be and the things that a man should have and everything. So a lot of times we make our own mistakes. We hurt ourselves because we choose the wrong people. We're so eager to be with somebody. We're so eager to just, you know what I'm saying, to feel a certain pleasures and everything like that we just choose to be with anybody, or we choose to settle because we get tired of waiting, things like that. We don't want to, you know, be patient and see and get something good, get the good one. Just like if you're looking for a car and you get going after the wrong car, you just get any car just because you're so desperate to have a car. It didn't say to just sit there and wait, but you can go look for cars, look for better deals, look for better, you know what I'm saying. Just same thing with men. We don't take our time and find someone that can compliment us, that can build with us, that we can build with, that we can grow with. We just get anybody because I just want somebody. But you really have to take your time, just like you looking for a car, just like you looking for a house, just like anything else. We have to take our time and look for it, look for the good one. See which one is us, see which one is fit. Because when you find the right car that's for you, hey, this is my car. I can see myself riding this. I can see myself. I could paint it. I could do some things with it. And that's another thing. We have to be able to cultivate each other. But that's a show for another day of how do you build your woman, how do you grow with your woman, build with your woman, and, you know, cater to her and help and mold her to be the best that she can be. That's another show. It's gonna be another show for the future. But we have to use better judgment on who we choose. We can't just choose any old body just because they look good, or just because they smell good, just because we do that entirely too much. And we say, we wonder why we get hurt. We wonder why we get just like this whole fiasco that's been going around on the internet about this with this Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna and all that. That's a perfect example of somebody that used poor judgment in a situation, because he saw her for what she was. He knew what she was, and then he got with her, and it was a disaster because he knew what she was, though. This is the whole thing. That's why it led to destruction, because he knew exactly what she was. He used poor judgment. I'm gonna give her a chance anyway, and I'm just gonna love her, and I'm gonna treat her right. Maybe she can change. No, some people can't. People are not gonna change. When you meet them and you see who they are, they're not gonna change. They have to decide on their own to change. That's why I said be transformed by the renewance of your mind. You have to do that. Can't nobody make you change. Nobody. If you find somebody like that's like Black Diamond, fellas, you can't change her. You can't change who she is. If she going from man to man to man to man, every rip she got, every day she got a different man in her bedroom. You can't change her. Leave her alone. Leave her where she at. If you know that she buy her money and she don't care nothing about me and she just want her paper, leave her alone. It's not gonna work. It's never gonna work. It's never gonna be any better than that. You ain't gonna be able to change her. She has to get to a point in her life where she wants to change and she wants something real. Then you may be able to do something for her. Once she's transformed by the renewance of her mind, she has to change her own mind frame. You can't change it. Nothing you can do to change her mind, because it's free will. If somebody ain't trying to love you right, somebody ain't trying to be with you, if somebody ain't trying to show you no love, there's no point in sitting here trying to make them do it. You can't change people. Same thing for the ladies. If you know this man ain't trying to love you, know this man don't want you, you know this man ain't showing you no kind of romantic interest, leave him alone. Don't try to force yourself on him. And fellas, same thing. If you pursuing this woman and you see that she ain't got no romantic interest in you, you see she ain't trying to deal with you in that way, There ain't no sense in trying to chase her. Ain't no sense in trying to even get involved in her. It's not gonna work. It's never gonna work. Even if you get her, she's still not gonna want you. She's still gonna be looking at other guys. She's still gonna be, she's not gonna be interested in you like that. She's not gonna try to build with you. She's not gonna do anything like that with you because she don't see you in that way. She just don't. It's just not gonna happen. There's no other way to explain it. I cut straight to the point. I'm gonna tell you how it is. I don't sit here and try to justify nothing that's wrong. I'm gonna tell you how it is. If they don't want you, if they don't show no signs of caring about you or loving you, this is for everybody. They just leave them alone. Leave them where they at. Leave them where they are. If you continue on knowing that they don't care nothing about you, knowing that they don't show any signs of loyalty, compassion, faithfulness, that's on you. That's on you after that. Everything else that happened after that, after you see who they are, it's your fault. That's just real. But that's my time. And I love each and every one of you all. Ain't nothing y'all can do about it. And if you live for God, believe in what He say, He is going to take you a mighty long way. Be blessed.